Welcome and thanks for joining us on the next leg of our Kruger adventure. Today we head down to the heart of Kruger, to Balule Rustic Camp, which overlooks the mighty Olifants River. The Olifants is the lifeblood of this region, a constant source of beauty, sound and life. During our stay, Balule treated us to so many unforgettable moments, wild dogs, lions, and a cheetah family, to name a few. Stay with us to the end to watch it all unfold. Olifants is a very apt name for the river, as it draws herds of elephants down to its waters. When you see so many elephants in Kruger, it's easy to become a bit blasé, to glance at them and then move on. But if you pause and really watch, you start to notice the small, tender moments between them. Take this little scene, elephants crossing the causeway. An easy amble for the adults, but not so for the youngsters. Here the step down from the causeway is too high for a tiny calf to follow its mother. You can see just how distressed it is by this. Watch how patiently the mother returns and gently shows her little one how it's done. I found this moment so touching, a perfect reminder of the care and connection that bind these mighty animals together. Rustic camps throughout the park operate in much the same way. The nearest main camp manages admissions and bookings for these smaller satellite camps. And for Balule, that's Olifants. It's also the place to fill up with fuel and then wander down to the viewing deck to check out the fantastic views of the river. The restaurant and shop are a must to visit before you head out to Balule Camp. Normally it's only an 11-kilometer drive from Olifants to Balule, but if the causeway is flooded, then one has to take the long way around, which adds about another 16 or so kilometers onto the journey. That's not all bad news though, because then you can see the birds and animals en route to the camp. About 2 kilometers from Balule Camp, we came across a Balule sitting on a nest. She was later joined by her mate. Watch closely and you'll see the Balule's eye glaze over now and then. It's not blinking, it's the bird's nictitating membrane, a thin transparent layer that sweeps across the eye like a soft veil. It protects the eye from dust and drying winds, yet still lets the bird see perfectly. With so much game around on the S90 and the S89, one is normally assured of finding predators. Here's a predator of a slithery kind. Judging by its length and color, I think it may be a black mamba, a very dangerous snake. Please let me know if I'm right about that. If you're enjoying our content, please like and subscribe. It helps our little channel grow and reach more people who love nature as much as we do. Thank you. Further along the S89, we came across this pack of wild dogs. They are just as exciting to spot as any of the big five. Two of the dogs were wearing tracking devices on collars. This helps researchers keep track of the packs and follow their movements. The information gathered helps them protect the dogs from disease and guides future conservation work. The collars are lightweight and don't hinder the dogs at all. It looks like they're fresh from a kill, as a couple had very bloody faces and they were being followed by a hyena. After the wild dog sighting, someone stopped us and said that there were cheetahs on the H14, about 8 kilometers away. We hoped that they'd still be there when we arrived, and our luck was in. We found this mother cheetah resting quietly in the grass with her two sub-adult cubs nearby. The mother seemed relaxed, but she was keeping a watchful eye over both the cubs and her surroundings. It's hard to believe that this graceful cat can become the fastest animal on earth. When a cheetah gives chase, it can reach speeds of over 100 kilometers an hour, almost as fast as a sports car. But it can only keep that pace for about 20 or 30 seconds before exhaustion forces it to stop and rest. What a fantastic sighting of a mother cheetah and her two cubs. By the way, if you want to hear the African legend of how the cheetah got stripes down its face, I'll put a link to my short 1-minute video at the end of this video. A bit of fun information for you. After a final pause and a look around, she led them into the bush and they melted into the landscape. The S39 continues over the H14, and there's a nice circular drive that takes in the Timbavati picnic site. On these open plains one can see lots of zebra, wildebeest, and the occasional road-blocking giraffe. This fellow was determined to keep us waiting while he calmly had his meal. We could almost hear him laughing at us. We had one rather poor lion sighting at Balule. The lionesses weren't very cooperative at all when it came to staying out in the open for us. The male showed himself briefly before flopping down in the grass. Seeing this great spotted cuckoo was a real treat for us. It was a lifer. These cuckoos are summer visitors to Kruger. They're inter-African migrants, not long-distance transcontinental ones like swallows. They simply follow the summer from one region to another. One disadvantage of camping in the rainy season is the dark clouds that make your videos quite dull. We had our fair share of cloudy days, as can be seen on our approach to the Balule campsite here. On the left is a little park with a communal kitchen, and here on the right is the ablution block, that was closed for campers while we were there due to renovations. Most of the campsites are on the boundary fence, and some have very good shade cover. Campsite time is good for checking photos, doing chores, and preparing a gourmet curry for the potjie, which is the speciality of our dear friend John. Those onions smelt so good. Rustic camps are always a scene of unforgettable moments, from the bird life to the little animals that come to welcome you to their world. And Balule, in the heart of Kruger, is no exception. Away from electricity, Wi-Fi, and the rush of modern life, you fall asleep to the sound of crickets and wake up to the grunt of hippos. We crossed the causeway a number of times to go to Olifants Camp and to drive the S92 alongside the river. With heavy rains upstream, the road was often covered with water and debris and occasionally closed. I love the beautiful feathers below this woolly-necked stork's white collar. Aren't they beautiful the way they fluff up? It doesn't really matter what time of the year you visit Balule, there's always something to see on both sides of the Olifants River. There's life in abundance, and all you need to do is be out there to enjoy it. If you're planning a visit to Kruger, spend a night or two here. You'll understand why so many people fall in love with this place. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to catch us next time as we head out to Marula, yet another rustic camp, this time near Open Gate.